We're live. So let's see if this works. I wanted to show you what I found in my basement. I've got this, I hope you can see what I'm looking at here. There we go. There we go. So I got this crate filled with stuff, covered in dust. And I brought out a brush, a box for trash, and you're going to hear the dogs barking and trucks and this, that, and the other thing. So I had these 3 shelves under the staircase going down into my basement. My workshop used to be in my basement when I first started. So little things were put up on that. So I pulled everything off and put it in this bin. Now, some stuff is just for sure trash, like this piece of laminate, which was a template for a curve. So that's trash. Here's a mallet I made years ago. And it's in pretty sad shape. We'll see if we can't save that. If not, it'll go in the burn bin. And then there's going to be a lot of these little pieces of wood. And I used to use them as clamp pads. So I don't know if I'll save them. If they're real wood, I'll probably save them and put them out in the workshop. A little piece of sycamore dowel that can get burned. Some solder terminals, trash. Some chisel guards. Can you see any of this? I can't see the camera. So I'm getting reflection. Yeah, I can't even see the whole camera. So let me tilt it down a little bit. There you go. Now you can see my hand, right? So I don't know how people do live streams because I can't see the camera and I can't see what you see on the camera, but we're going to just muddle through this. So here's another piece of oak blocking. Here is a wooden mallet that I made. This is a drift knockout. We saved that. This looks like something my son left here, bicycle related. We'll show that to him. There's another thing. This is what looks to be just a piece of mild steel. Put that in the scrap bin. This is an old bag, that's trash. This is my old surveyor's plumb bob. I worked as a surveyor's assistant one time. I had to have a plumb bob. So that we keep. Not sure what that is. Here's the instructions to my professional rafter square. That's probably worth some money. Trash. Little roller. I use this for putting veneer tape on. Just something that gets burned. Something from Wood Miser. Some sort of lumber scale. Look at that, 1x3s. Doyle log rule. I don't need that anymore. Now this is interesting. This is a dovetail box I made, and it was never sliced open. So it's a box of air. The nice dovetails. Box of air. A ceramic dish with no lid. Trash. Oh, look at that. A rear view mirror. Another wood turning thing. I was looking for this a while back. This is a brad pusher. You put your brad in there, you put it on your wood and you push it in. Looking for that. Here are some finished samples. When I did some curly maple furniture, some different finished samples. I always did samples for my customers. In here is what looks like a whole bunch of BBs, ball bearings. There's an old rusty file. Samples of things. There's a shelf mushroom. It's going to make a shelf out of it. So here's a whole bunch of plywood blocks. Those can get burned. They're probably damp. This is some sort of, it looks like a telephone box. No idea what that is. Trash. That's trash. Look at that. Pennsylvania Association of School Business Officials. Trash. 1 1/4 by 18 wire brads, but it doesn't feel like there's wire brads in there. Ah. Some little hinges. Trash. I'm so glad you're helping me clean up here. I have no idea what that is. This looks like a little knife I made one time to clean something out. Trash. Trash. We're getting to the good stuff. Broken tire gauge. Here's a little Sears wrench. Save that. Ah, this is when I used to spray lacquer Balin's fisheye out. That's trash now. Old batteries. Old twist ties, a bent nail. Why do we save these things? Here's some more clamp blocks. These are plywood. Get rid of those. And there is a good thing on the bottom here. I'm going to show you. Want a notepad? Still good. Paper's still good. Pencil. This here I was looking for. It looks like an Allen key, but it's square. This is a scythe clamp locking tool. I couldn't find it, so I bought a new one. Now I have two. Old acid brush. Screws. I don't know how many of you might remember these, where you have a 3-prong, but you need to go to 2-prong. That's trash now. But here's what's going to make the whole video worth it. It's going to take some work. A number 12.5 cabinet scraper with a rosewood sole. Rosewood handles. We'll give that a quick cleaning and sharpening, and I'll do a demo of it later. But that was worth sticking around just to see that. It's got both knobs. Got its front knob. Business end of the blade is not too bad. Might have to get a new one of these. But like I say, the business end it's not too bad. A little bit of rust. But it's amazing what you stick on a shelf and pay no attention to for years and years and years. So do you even really need it anymore? Probably not. So the shelf where this was, I used to have my router, my high-speed router, and I would do all my rounding, and so everything got covered in shavings. And I did a lot of pine furniture. So of course it's all pine shavings. But this is the prize for cleaning up, is finding this. Now, the sole on it has either scratches or it's a crack. I'm hoping it's just a scratch. And it looks like, and I don't know if this is the way they came or if someone made an insert in here to close the mouth. I don't know. I'm hoping this is just the way it came. So that's about it, everybody. I'm going to tidy up here and put the trash in the trash, put the burn stuff in the burn pile, and get the tools I can clean up out in the shop. That's about it for now. Hope this came through. Let's see if I can figure out how to turn this off now. Walter out.